G'day YouTube, back again. So, as you know, in my recent saga, I've been chasing and hunting a problem with my boost. So it would, just a bit of a background. After I got the car upgraded to KO3S with the downpipe, front mount, injectors, pretty much all the mods to support the KO3S on max boost, but I found that it sort of like drops boost or dumps boost at high RPM. So I've been, it doesn't always happen, and I don't always drive it on all the way up to red line, so I don't notice it too much, but it revealed itself during the dyno session. So if you haven't seen that video, have a look at the last video. But since then I've been hunting it down and trying to replicate it, and I could replicate it again. So then I ran some logs using VCDS, and yeah, sent the logs to the tuner Chris. Shout out to Chris in the UK from Technic Tuning. He's been really great, busy guy, one-man show over there, but manages to reply back as soon as he can. So yeah, so what I'm doing behind me here is just flashing the new tune that Chris has sent me. So I've got a couple of fixes, a couple of files here. So switch it off the key, click OK. Yeah, so he sent a fix just recently, and gonna give it a try. We'll see how that goes. Back again in the morning. Last night I flashed the another tune on the car to try and fix the boost issue, and I'm not sure that it has fixed it, but it has made it so that the boost is not dropping until a little bit later. So yeah, I'm going to try another file that I was sent to see if it's working. Yeah, so flashing the second tune now, and hopefully we can run some more logs and yeah, find out what the deal is. Hopefully it's all in the tuning or all in the software so that we can work it out using logs, because I've gone over the car and I can't see any boost leaks, and if there were any boost leaks, you could sort of hear it hissing and carrying on in the engine bay, but you can't really hear it. It's like it's just dumping boost internally. So yeah, either it's wastegate is dumping it for whatever reason, and when looking at the logs, and I'll bring up I can't see any logs right now, but when looking at the logs, you can see that the N75 just completely shuts off. Well, not shuts off, but the duty cycle goes to 0 essentially, which tells the wastegate to pretty much open up and let all the boost exhaust gases go, which drops the boost. So and that's what I'm hearing when I'm at around, if it's taller gears, like for third or fourth gears, it'll dump boost at around 6, but I never redline it. I never get past 5, so I don't really see it. But in second gear, if I'm doing red line all the way to about 6, it'll dump boost. And Chris has sent me another file where it started to dump boost at around 6,200. So maybe with this second file that hopefully gets fixed. So yeah, it's all fun and games right now, just making sure that the car's running, well, at least that issue's fixed before I get on the dyno again, and then yeah, start the KO4 journey. So taking you guys through everything, from troubleshooting and yeah, getting your car running the best it can. Now this ECU is a bit old, so whatever Chris is doing, he's a legend. So we're doing this all remotely. He's sending me files, he's updating the files on his end and sending them to me, and the files are custom made for the car depending on the that's a nice Civic Type R, depending on the hardware that I've got. So yeah, I'm gonna see how this file goes. So it has finished tuning, and now I'm gonna turn this off, switch cables and start logging. So when I say logs, so a bit of a crash course on logging. Disconnect this MPPS cable. We want to use VCDS. Every cable's for different things. I've got about four cables that do various things, but yeah, plug it in to the USB and run VCDS. Alrighty, so it's idling nicely at least, and I think it's 14 something, 14.5, 14.6, 15. So yeah, it's idling okay. So when I'm logging, when people say logging, and no one really shows you what to do here, so you got to do some research. But you go to measuring blocks. So when you talk about logging, you go to the measuring blocks. There's like hundreds of different blocks in that measures the system sensors inside the ECU. So yeah, I'm logging for AGU. I'm logging group 2. I'm looking at the injector for our issue anyway, because we're losing boost. Boost is being dumped. Also, the injector stops pumping fuel in, so it cuts fuel as well as dumping boost. So I want to look at the air mass coming into the car, and then I want to look at the injector cycle. What else am I interested in? I want to see group number 25. I want to see N75. Oops, I don't know why it stopped. I want to see N75 duty cycle to see how much boost it's trying to build in the car. The higher the cycle, the more boost it tries to hold, and when the cycle goes back to 0, it's dumping all the boost. Alright, I want to go to number 7, and I want to see my fueling. I've got wideband here, but it doesn't log. That's the narrow band, and I'm watching boost using the boost gauge. Doesn't have boost readings in here. There's no map sensors, as you already know. For AGU cars, it's a little bit behind the 8 ball there, but so you know what, it'll still work. Log fix 2, give it a name that makes sense. Now when you're logging, you want to start the log. Okay, so it's starting now. When you're done, you just go stop and then done. So now I'm going to go for a drive. I'm going to leave the laptop here. I'm not going to look at it. I'm just going to run some test runs to redline all the way to 6.5, try and push 7 if I can, if the road lets me. And yeah, so yeah, let's go for a bit of a test drive now and come back and show you what I've logged. So yeah, alrighty, so I'm done with the log. Gonna let the car cool down a bit, and log fix 2. Open up the Excel file that it spits out. What? Bad application. There's a alright. Don't know what's going on there, but it closed all the like to do, now if you're using Microsoft Excel, it's the same thing. Just rearrange all of the rows, columns, rows. Sorry, the columns, rows. Yep. Now what you want to do is you want to go to View and just freeze it so that the heading always remains at the top, and when you're not scrolling down, it's not moving about. So like that. Alright, so I'm going to look and just look at the engine speed. Go down to a period where you've just floored the car. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. No, that's not exactly red line. 1000, 2000, 6000. So there's a period here where I've just floored it all the way to 6.6. That's a good run. So let's see what's happening there. So it is dropping boost still. So at 6.2 it completely dumps the boost. N75 is closing, holding boost up until that point, up until 6,200. I can see there, and then all the boost is dumped for whatever reason. So N75 goes back to 0. Where's that? At 6.6, N75 is logged at 0. Injector duty period is dropped to 11. Air mass, it's not too bad actually, it's still there. 132, 135, so it's still pulling in air. Okay, that's run number 1. Let's go down to run number 2 and see what it's reading. Oh, I think I just passed another one. Here it is. Here's another run I did. I'll just scroll down all the way up to 6.4. That's 6.4. It's still good. Injector still running. Air mass looks still good. 130, 140. But N75 is dropping all that air. So I'm going to send all this data over to Chris at Technics Tuning and see what he thinks.